subscribe to James the Sheriff too.
This is Fun Times with the Sheriff, Season 7, Episode 8. I got Paulette Jones back on.
Hi, James.
Yep. So, how have you been since we last recorded?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. As my grandma used to say, I'm finer than frog's hair, don't you know? So, yeah, life is good. I'm enjoying, well, I'm not, I was almost going to say retirement, but I'm really not retired, but because I don't want to be. I'm going to continue working as long as my body will handle it, you know?
Yep.
So, how have you been, James? You just came back from a family outing or
Yep, I had
family gathering.
We did our last, little camping trip with all my cousins and aunts and uncles just this past weekend, so yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was.
Good. Well, welcome back home.
Yep, thanks. You want to, jump right into the questions?
Why not?
So, my first question was, what was it like for you filming those last couple of scenes in Brandon's latest video that he just dropped, sounding off your character?
Yeah. First of all, to answer your question, it was both endearing and heartbreaking at the same time. I've worked with Brandon for so many years, and we've done, I think it's in the hundreds of videos over the years, and I've had such a wonderful time. I got the opportunity to play so many different characters, and I think the most recognizable might be Donna, which from Stuff and Sam.
Yep.
And so my last 2 nights in LA, that's what I was doing. I was spending them with Brandon, and the shoot for me, most of it was out in the wilderness, really in the woods, and it was at night, and it was dark, and it was maybe a little bit scary, but over the years I've done so many weird things with Brandon, like I puked in his face, he's puked in my face, just insane stuff. So I love the man dearly, and my last 2 nights in LA were, like I said, filming that. And he told me as we were parting that he's still going to want to use me from time to time in some of his videos.
Okay, that's cool. That was one of my other questions was, you're not entirely done, right?
No. I still talk to Brandon. He's he's such a dear man. He's incredibly talented, and he's just a great guy. He's one of the finest people I've ever known. He's kind, he's generous, he's thoughtful, he's polite, he's generous. There's a whole bunch of, and the list goes on and on and on. So working with him has been really one of the wonderful things. I have many wonderful things in my life, but that was one of them. Working with Brandon, and like I said, I hope to continue working.
I was going to ask, did you expect that first video that he did 10 years ago, the day at the park, to blow up like it did?
No, he was already when I met him. I think it was 12 years ago. He was already fairly well established on YouTube, not to the point that he is now today. Of course, he's grown, and now he has, the animated series Hell of a Boss.
Yep.
On what is it, Prime?
Yeah, and it has the hotel, right?
Yeah, well, Hell of a Boss
is
the one that I was in. And he's also in Has Been Hotel too, in some of those characters. So it has changed, but like I said, it was a great experience working with him. A really funny guy, and he makes stuff up on the set as we go along. So I love that kind of improv part of the job.
I was going to ask, what was your favorite video to film as Donna or any other character?
Wow, if I had I think it was episode 20 of Stuff and Sam. That was where in the series, which was 20 episodes, we said goodbye in episode 18, and I did not appear in 19, but I came back as 20, and Sam and Donna got back together in episode 20 of that series. So I think that was one of the more fun. But I'll tell you one of the other characters, if you got a minute.
That's okay. You can tell me.
He has a character called Helen the Hall Monitor.
Oh,
I'm sure you've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
her.
She's one of my
And
favorites. His characters. Yeah.
and I got to play her mother, Beatrice.
Oh, yeah.
And so we both had that kind of weird stare off in the upper right, and we both kind of talked with a New Jersey accent, And so it's a really fun character, and I would love, love, love to do that one again.
All right. So my next question was, you moved to Texas for like family reasons, right? Or did you just want to like move there to move there?
Oh, there was it's a long, complex issues, and some of it is very private, so I
Okay,
don't want to share it.
that's all right.
But it was just time, The fates seem to have aligned themselves. I have people I know out here. I'm in a small town called Bernie, which is in Texas near San Antonio, and I love living here. And I left California, like I said, for a number of reasons. Um, and I moved to Texas for a number of reasons. Again, I have friends here, and I'm also there's a company here called Black Rifle Coffee Company, which Brandon introduced me to, and they're a bunch of veterans. There's one of the founders is a Green Beret, another is an Army Ranger, attack P Air Force guy. A lot of veterans, and I love working with these guys, and they do silly videos as well, along with promotional videos for their brand, Black Rifle. So that's another good thing about living where I'm living. There's so many good things. So, let's face it, I'm getting on in years, right? As a matter of fact, I just did a Medicare commercial. So,
I'll have to
so,
look that. I'll have to look that up.
yeah. So anyway, but life is good, and I've been here, I guess, a couple of months, and I'm really settling in. It's a great place to live. There are so many paths, like walking paths around here, and when I go out walking, I run into deer and armadillo, dio, or however you pronounce it, armadillo, and foxes and rabbits, and you see all kind tons of different kinds of birds, and the trails are just so beautiful.
So,
So I'm having a good time here. Life is good.
I was gonna also ask, what's the big difference between like Texas and LA, or is there really not a big difference after you living there now a couple of months?
No, I think there's a big difference. For one, they believe in the Second Amendment here, so I can.
I know that.
I
I knew that about Texas.
as well as so do I, as it turns out, and so that's a little better. I think the taxes are lower here, the cost of living is lower, and there isn't as much crime. So the thing about California that I love is I've still got family there, and I have so many people that I absolutely adore that I've been working with over the years. I'm not going to go on the whole list, but
Yeah.
there's a long list of those people that I really love and I really miss. However, we live in a technology age, so I can like video call them occasionally and talk to them on videos and that sort of thing. So I miss the people, and I really, really miss my family. I've got three little granddaughters that I just love, and I miss seeing them on a regular basis. So, but yeah, California is an absolutely beautiful state. The topography, the ocean, the mountains. It's a really, really
Yeah,
pretty
out
place.
of all the states I visited LA three times, and I always love traveling there. So, and
Did
I've also
you?
been to Texas once. So yeah.
All right, all right. You're getting your frequent flyer miles in.
So
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about this open AI stuff that's going on as a creator. What do you think of that? The AI thing that just dropped.
Well, I'm not sure what AI thing. There's a lot of AI thing. Do you have a specific AI thing that just dropped? What are
It's
you talking
called
about?
Sora, where it's like you add your video and voice to it, and like you can't tell the difference between like if it's you or not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful technology, but it's a little scary also. They could post a video of me saying things that I never said or
Yeah.
don't agree with or didn't intend to say or anything. They could do that. And one of the offshoots of that is now I look at posts, and the question sometimes comes to mind when I see someone saying something that doesn't sound like the
I
stuff
mean,
they
yeah,
normally say. It's like, what? No, is that fake? I'm pretty sure that's fake, but it's hard to tell these days. So the technology moves on, but throughout history, technology has moved on, and society kind of adapts to it. This is, I think of images of like the Terminator,
oh yeah,
that film. It's like AI gone out of control, So it, and yeah, and Space Odyssey, 2001 Space Odyssey.
Matrix.
Yeah, The Matrix is another one. Yeah. So AI is incredibly powerful. It allows us to do a lot of things. I use AI for sometimes, like I build websites sometimes
Yeah,
just for giggles, and I use AI for special codes and things like that. So it's a great tool. It's got amazing potential, but there has to be some sort of regulation or something. People can't just put up a photo of some, or a video of somebody saying stuff they would never say, and
yeah,
they'll
like
just.
take something out of this clip and like put it online and you're using.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, like you could have a video of me saying James is an a-hole, but so anyway, let's
so
hope we don't see that.
yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I don't know if Brandon will use that like at an advantage or not. Because I see somebody like
Oh,
him absolutely like making a funny video out of it.
oh, I agree. I'm sure he is or will be using AI for some of his video editing. Yeah, I'm sure of it.
So one of my questions here I have was, um, how have you been for these last several months, like moving, um, like not first of all, like you know what I mean, like not filming week to week anymore.
Oh, you mean, yes, you mean the change in my career schedule,
Yeah,
yeah, in LA, yeah. I'm adjusting to that, and other opportunities are presenting themselves. I'm working on another project with a group of people right now. I can't talk about it, but that will be out shortly, a couple of weeks, I believe. Um, and it's just a different mindset here. And I do miss that, being so close to Brandon, where I can see him socially as well as working with him. So I miss that. But Texas is presenting its own opportunities and challenges. You know, um, uh, I think things appear in response to your consciousness. So if I'm focusing on something, that I think that's really going to appear in my experience. If I'm focusing on being lonely and lost and all of those sort of things,
then that'll happen. Yeah,
yeah, more of that shows up in my life. But if I'm optimistic and hopeful and happy and exhibit generosity of spirit and all of those wonderful qualities, um, life responds that way. So it's been good. It's been a change. At first, when I first moved here, I was a little concerned. I was worried, didn't know where I was going to live. There were a lot of uncertainty, and unfortunately, human beings, in the absence of certainty, kind of plug the holes with made up stuff.
yeah.
Just stuff they make up, and a lot of the times that's not very good stuff. That's negative stuff. So I do what I can to stay in positive mental, and I focus on gratitude. Jesus H Christ on a crutch, my life is great. All is well. Does that mean I have problems? No, of course I have problems and difficulties and challenges and all that sort of stuff. But overall, I have so much to be grateful for: my family, my health, my friends, my ability to create something. I have a roof over my head, a warm bed to sleep in. I've got food. I've got everything I need right now in life. And life is good, and so it is. So
Uh,
that's so much better than somebody said, "Oh my God, I'm broke. I have no money. I'm sick. I'm stupid. All of that. There's no point in doing that stuff.
uh,
It's a path to hell. So
I was
I think you already know that,
yeah
James.
yeah.
I think you already know that.
I was gonna say, I know Texas is also becoming one of the like bigger sites for like film people, like just moving there to film.
Right, right. There's a lot of land, open land, and I think there are I don't know exactly what the tax benefits are, but I think there are some. So, yeah, Texas is a good place to conduct business and shooting videos and stuff like that. A lot of people here are anxious to do that. So,
So yeah, I know a
yeah.
couple of people like you out there. Like one of my friends, Eric Verduer. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
That name sounds so familiar.
He's worked at Rooster Teeth.
At where?
Rooster Teeth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm friends with him. I do another podcast with him on my channel, and that's how I knew of the time frame. Is every now and then we'll record a video. So that's somebody I work with who's out
Right,
there. Yeah.
right. They call it the great state of Texas. Wherever I go, I talk to people, about Texas. The great state of Texas, the Texans refer to it as. So,
So we're coming up on the time. Actually, it's almost 20 minutes. Was there like a final, like this is your last video for a minute? Is there like a message you wanted to say to people?
I'm sorry, I don't know that I understood the question.
I said, this is like your final video, like for like a couple of weeks. Or
If
like
this was this what we're doing here?
yes. Did you
Yeah.
want to like say like a final message to people out there that's watching?
Listen to all of you people who are watching and listening and have watched and listened over the years. I love you. I am so grateful for your viewing, for your viewing and subscribing and doing all of that. So I'm blessed by your presence. And when I look at, I mean, over the years, there have been thousands of comments, and about 99.999% of them are very favorable and very kind and very loving. So I'm really grateful for that. I think Brandon has shared his audience with me throughout the years, so I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful that I can continue to produce content, and I am. I have this in my home. I have kind of a video studio,
Oh, cool.
so yeah, it works. So the creativity goes on, and I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to producing some really interesting stuff down the road.
So thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you, James. You have a great and by the way, keep doing what you're doing. Your podcasts are really good, and you're persistent and consistent. So I really admire your work.
I just want to shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.